Hey, it's Matt. Welcome back. Today I have a kind of exciting and a little different one here for you. I have an auction lot. I have 4 lots here that I'm just going to kind of pound through real quick. There's just a lot of stuff here. I need to get it processed, so I figured I'd just make a quick video on all 4 of these auction lots, and we'll just go through them real quick here. So let's get started. This is number 1. I got this one for 12 bucks. That's with all of the fees and everything. So I think I definitely got my money's worth here. We got an Arrow RHT 300 rivet gun. Really nice looking SK Wayne ratchet in there. These 2 quick grip clamps definitely are worth 12 bucks there. So that makes up for it. We have some miscellaneous stuff in here too. Nothing too special, but this is really cool. An old Craftsman Barn A little, what is that, a 5-ounce, 4-ounce, a little ball peen, really tight, nice shape. Hammer, this really long daddy standard Craftsman screwdriver, 415, what is that, 8388, come on, focus on me there, yeah. So it's beat up, but this one's going to be a keeper for me. The end is in really nice shape. Awesome screwdriver. These are pretty cool. Craftsman needle nose pliers in really good shape. Excellent. Some other miscellaneous stuff in here. There's like a Challenger 7/16 down in there. This is pretty cool. Little hacksaw. Great neck number 411. Got ourselves a Bonney box wrench 7/16 1/2 inch. And then the rest of this stuff I think is just kind of trashy. This is kind of cool. Barcalo kind of offset, kind of one of those Ford style wrenches. This was part of that a Ford guy auction. I got a toolbox in there and all of that. So Herbrand screwdriver. I wish this thing was in better shape because I don't have any Herbrand stuff, but that thing is not doing too good. I might be able to work with it. Roscoe, Phillips, and then incomplete set of Eklund metric ball ends here. So rest of this stuff is kind of junk. This is pretty nice paracord, 100 feet of paracord. That's pretty cool. So for 12 bucks, foreign stuff, whatever. Nothing else in there that's really too much value, but I think, you know, just for those clamps, we got 12 bucks just for this ratchet. I mean, these things don't go for that much, but I think I could get probably 15 bucks for that thing on the interwebs too, and I already have one of those, so I don't need it. A nice rivet gun. This is kind of bigger style. It's got the swivel head on it, so that's pretty cool. It's got all of the tips in it, so hopefully the jaws are in there, and we'll give it a test and see if that works out. So let's take a look at the next box. Oh, I'll set this aside. Oh, this box is interesting. Let's take a look at this thing. All right. Boom. A bunch of sockets, and a bunch of the same sockets, but these are really cool. This is kind of why I bid on it. I don't know why. I don't know what I'm going to do with 48. Yes, 48. They're double stacked here. But these are Milwaukee Tool and Forge. All of them. Milwaukee Tool and Forge, 3/4 square. What, why? I don't understand. There's some Walden Worcester, 3/4, double square or single squares as well in 1/2 inch drive. A couple of those, different style, you know, little stubbier ones of those Waldens. Yeah, some other stuff in here. That's a Hinsdale, a couple of Hinsdale sockets in here. Some Mossberg pressed steel sockets, a 1-inch Craftsman that's been burned. Yeah, that thing's been heated up a couple of times. A bunch of weird stuff that I don't know quite what it is. Hex drive stuff. And then there's some other miscellaneous sockets in here. I think there's one Snap-on 5/16, some Thorsons, and a couple of Craftsmans in here. And all of this is foreign stuff, and then spark plug, whatever's, what have you is there. So this one I got for $16. 16 bucks. And I got all of these. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. I might do a giveaway or something. Maybe when I reach 1,000 subscribers, I'll give some of these out to a couple of people. Who knows? We'll have to see. I'll have to go through all of this stuff again, but I don't know why this guy had 48 of those Milwaukee Tool and Forge. I think there's one 11/16 in there too, so that's pretty cool. Let's get this. Oh man, that box is heavy. get that one off to the side. And let's grab this next one. This one's got some cool stuff in it. This one I got also for $16. And I think what's in this pouch is definitely going to pay for it. And I'm probably not going to hang on to this thing. I'll put this up on the interwebs. Resto Rob's going to love this thing. What do we got here in this pouch? We've got some Bonney tappet wrenches here. They're not in the greatest shape, but still pretty cool. I think we got 11/16. We got a 5/8, 9/16, and I think a 1/2 inch in there. And some of these have the sticker on there, still on there pretty good. Which one has a good sticker on it? It was probably the one that I just had out, right? Yeah. So some of them still have that sticker on there. But these are of the CV Chrome Vanadium variety. So these are pretty old, definitely cool wrenches. And I stuck these in the set in the order, so we're missing a couple here. We're missing 3 or 4 in this set. And I have 2 more of the same size hiding down in there. Yeah, 2 more right here. 11/16 and I think a 5/8 it was. Yeah, 11/16 and a 5/8. So I think I'm going to hang on to these, and I'll pass that set along just because I don't have any Bonney tappet wrenches. Well, I do now. We got a couple of Ford wrenches. These are in really good shape, so I might make like a Ford wrench video, or not video, a Ford wrench lot, and get rid of those. Fairmount little hook pin spanner, so that's going to add to my collection of pin spanners. Some of those cheapo wrenches. We got another Ford wrench here in pretty good shape, so that's definitely cool. We'll talk about that breaker bar last, because I think that's my favorite thing in here. Got a Velcheck, yeah, Velcheck 7/8, 13/16 box wrench. We got a Craftsman ignition wrench, 9/32, 5/16. This is really cool. This I'm probably going to move along the line, even though I really like it. A Herbrand, I forget what they call these things, double end socket. They call it a flex box. In really good shape, so I'll definitely pass that along to somebody who collects those. I think this is a Blackhawk, I want to say. I didn't really look it up because it's chopped. I think it's a 15/16. It's been ground down and chopped off, so I'm going to throw that in my modified tool box there. This is really sweet. I like this thing. I'm going to hang on to this one. This is a Mac, and it's really old because it says Sabina, Ohio on there. And it's another one of those double box swivelly dealios. I forget. I'll put the name on what these are called down in there. They have a specific name for them. I can just never remember what it is. We got ourselves a cool Walden Worcester 2122. Kind of one of those older style Ford wrenches. And then a nice Plum. I don't have one of these. 3/4 11/16. So that's going to add to my box wrench set. And this looks like a Craftsman, 1 1/16, 1 1/8 box here. It's got a B on it. I was expecting to see a CI or an N or an N4 on there, but there isn't anything on that. But I'm going to assume that that's a US, even though it doesn't say it on there. It looks a lot like the Craftsman wrenches of that era. Nothing special there. I believe this is an Indestro wrench, 7/8, 13/16, or a Duro handy hex. So that's pretty cool. And then I don't know what I think this was an OTC actually. Let's see here. No, I'm wrong. But this thing is the star of the show. I think I'm going to hang on to this thing just because it's so cool. It's a Herbrand S15 breaker bar. I just like the styling on here, kind of I-beam style. Really cool. And it's got the indexing with the detent ball in there. Sweet breaker bar. So I think I did pretty good on this one. What did I say this one was? 16 bucks? Yeah, I think I did pretty good for 16 bucks. I could definitely get that for these Bonnies. I'll probably move that double box Herbrand along the way. I could probably get 10 or 15 bucks for that thing. And then I got some other cool stuff in here. Some Ford stuff to sell. That ignition wrench is probably going to fill a hole in my ignition wrench collection. And I got that nice Plum there too that'll fill a hole. So let's get to the last box, and that's the most expensive one. But I think I got some of the best stuff in that box, I think. Let's take a look, see what we have here. Alright, this isn't so great, but it's a complete set of Japanese tools here. Pretty cool. Item number 5028, SAE and metric, and everything's in there. It's full, so that's pretty cool, I guess, for a Japanese set. I don't know. I might try to sell that and see if anybody's interested in it. It's complete, so thought it was pretty cool. And what else we got here? This, I think, is why I was bidding on it, is this little set here. And this is a set of Craftsman nut drivers. So we got a little bit of rust. That one's the worst one right there. We're missing the 11/32, but everything else is here. The handles aren't all yellowed. They're in pretty good shape aside from a little bit of surface rust here and there, and that one being pretty bad. These are all of the H variety, so I'm going to keep my eye out for that 11/32, but I have like an Allen one that I can stick in there for the time being just to hold its place. But I'm going to hang on to these and put these in my Craftsman collection just because it's got the pouch and everything. So that to me right there was definitely worth the 29 bucks that I paid for this. But we got some other stuff in here. This flashlight is broken. It works. The batteries aren't all exploded in it. I wish it wasn't cracked, though. We got a nice big old crack on the side, but Sportsman, whatever, Rayovac, kind of a cool little flashlight. But in op, got some Ford-style wrenches in here, some screwdrivers that are roached. We got this is an Ace Professional. I can just tell there's nothing on it, but they did the tri-lobal. That screwdriver's in pretty good shape. Old pair of vice grips, so Derek Barry would be proud of them. Some cheap China needle nose, a couple of clamps. I don't know if these are USA, are they? I don't know. Some cheap old screwdrivers. We got a Craftsman. What do we got? A single line V, 9/16 half inch in there. These are pretty cool, probably worth 10 or 15 bucks. Superior Tool. These are PVC cutters. So those are cool. Got the little blade in there, ratcheting little cut your PVC. So I'm going to hang on to those because I was just using a hacksaw. But if I don't have to do that and make a freaking powdery mess, I'm going to hang on to those. We got a little torpedo. Got a pretty beat up Challenger 15/16. I might throw that out in the garage for a kind of beat the crap out of tool. But this is kind of a bonus. SK Wayne 1/2-inch breaker bar. I might try to sell this thing with that that 1/2-inch ratchet that I got and make it worthwhile. Stanley screwdriver. I didn't even look at the tip of this thing. Yeah, it's not the greatest. Whatever. Nothing too special there. Got ourselves a Proto Professional 1/2-inch, so that's cool. Definitely adds to the value of the box. And then some junk, a fake Craftsman screwdriver, but this is pretty cool. Look at that patent, September 7th, 1897. It doesn't look like it's in the greatest shape. I'm probably just going to hang on to this thing just to have it. I don't think it's worth too much, maybe 10 or 15 bucks. In this condition, might not be worth anything, but an International Harvester. Pretty cool little monkey wrench or whatever they call this thing with that open handle on there. I thought that was pretty cool. So definitely a cool wall hanger. So for 29 bucks, I don't think I did bad at all. I have a nice Craftsman set. And these sockets aren't anything special. I think this one is a Vitaloy. That's the only one. The other ones are foreign. Yeah, Vitaloy 15/16. So I don't know. What do you think? 29 bucks for that one, 16 bucks for two of those other ones, and 12 bucks for the other one. I think I did pretty good. What do you think? What was your favorite thing in there? I know I moved pretty quick, but I had I had some volume here with this stuff here. So let me know. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps me out. And have a good one.